Hello friends, very good afternoon to all of you. Today I am here to compare the two sports bikes which are very much famous in this segment. First is the Duke 390 and the second is Dominar 400. So guys, I have been asked many times kindly compare both these two bikes. So I decided to make a video on the comparison of both these bikes. Guys, first point which come into my mind is looks. Guys, the Dominar looks much more better than the Duke. It has more dynamic style. The big bike feeling you get with the Dominar is very much better than compared to Duke 390. The tank is more dynamic, have more curves. So guys, you like the looks of Dominar much more than Duke. And guys, Dukes have been a long time in India, so some of you might be bored with the looks of Duke, but the Dominar is new, and I don't think any other bike has the same look. It has copied some of the features from the NS 200, but that is okay. Both are of the same company. Now, guys, let's talk about the fuel tank. The fuel tank is big on the Dominar than the KTM 390. So guys, if you love touring, want to go away from your home, or want to ride your bike for long distances or in remote locations, so this would be helpful for you because you don't have to stop again and again for refueling. And on this Duke, you have to, you know, stop again and again for refueling. And guys, those of you on this Duke 390, you know, you have to how many times you have to refill the tank. So guys, that might be not a problem for some of you, but it might be a problem for many of you. So guys, a bigger fuel tank is advantage for the Dominar. Now guys, the Dominar has a more range with a better fuel economy, because I know both the bikes have the same engine, the 373 odd cc engine, but guys, the Dominar has have three plugs with the DTSI technology, so it is more focused on fuel efficiency for day-to-day use. So guys, and the Duke is more aggressive. You know, it gives you that pushback, and it has mammoth amount of torque. But that is only on the higher range of RPMs. On the lower range, I think both the bikes are not same, but with certain amount it is same. So guys, the bike Dominar will give you better mileage than the Duke 390. So if you are not focused for racetracks and you like to tour, or you don't want that much of power but you want better fuel efficiency, so Dominar can give you that, and you don't have to again the range of the kilometers you can go with the fuel tank increases because of better mileage. So guys, that will be a point for some of you. And guys, we all know the mileage of Duke. So, and now let's talk about the company. Guys, KTM is a separate company but has linked with Bajaj, and Bajaj, you know, it's a separate company, and Bajaj has made Dominar, and KTM is manufactured in India by Bajaj. So guys, the quality of both the bikes will be almost the same, but on Dominar 400 it will be more better. I think till a certain amount it will be better, but not it will be a huge difference in both the bikes, like on alloys and on the fairings and all. You will see the difference on the alloys, on the forks, and everywhere. Now, the heating issue. Guys, we are all familiar with the heating issue of the KTM 390. The KTM 390 heats a lot in traffic, on highway also, but on highway you can't feel the heat, but in traffic you will definitely feel the heat. But the Dominar doesn't heat that much. So while you are riding in the traffic, you will feel better on Dominar than the Duke 390 because of its less compression ratio. Dominar has less compression ratio, so it doesn't heat up that much. Instead of having the same engine, Dominar has better heat control. So guys, if you don't like the heat of the bike, you can go with the Dominar 400. Now guys, both the bikes are pretty much powerful, but we all know Duke, not only Duke, KTM wins when it comes to the power. So guys, people call it a hooligan. Duke has a mammoth amount of power. It gives you that acceleration that none other bike can give you in that price range, particularly that price range. So guys, if you like the power, if you like racetracks, then go for Duke. If you like more of linear, smooth performance bike, then you can go for Dominar 400. Guys, top speed doesn't, we don't often go to the top speed, but we have in our mind that my bike is more powerful, it has a top speed of this, it has a top speed of this. So if you are more obsessed with the top speed, Duke has a top speed of 184 and Dominar has a top speed of 165. So guys, the Duke will definitely win in this category, top speed, but it should not be a point to bother for some of you. Now let's come to the acceleration. The Dominar 400 accelerates gradually, point by point it accelerates, but the Duke is like a rocket. As soon as you push the throttle, it crosses the 3 digits immediately. So guys, we all know the power of Duke, and the acceleration delivery of the Duke is much better than the Dominar 400. But on racetracks, some of you might want, on not only on racetracks, on curves, you will want a gradual acceleration, nor a aggressive acceleration, because if you put aggressive acceleration, the chances of skidding will increase. So guys, this was about acceleration. Now let's talk about tires. Guys, the tires on Duke are much better and way far better than the Dominar, but considering the cost of tires and the use of the bike, if you use the bike on racetracks, then you should go for the Duke, because it has Mazzlers, which are very much sticky tires and will give you a great experience while cornering. But the Dominar 400 has MRF rev tires, which are good for day-to-day commute, good for touring. They don't wear off easily, and they cost much lesser than the Mazzlers. So guys, the grip is absolutely awesome on the Duke 390, but considering the cost and the use, you can go with the Dominar with the dead tire, because, and I have some friends who have experienced cornering and they think the bike is awesome, they can do with the dead tires. So guys, if cost doesn't matter, then you can go with the Mazzlers or the Duke 390. Now brakes. The braking power have both the bikes are same, but you will get better brakes on KTM because of that Mazzlers present on them. So guys, as we all know, Mazzlers are more sticky, so you will get more braking power on Duke 390 than on Dominar 400. Now let's come to the exhaust. The exhaust on Dominar 400 is much better than the KTM Duke 390, because it gives you that feeling of, what you call it, sports bike. It gives you a sound of that sports bike, but the Duke gives you a sound of auto rickshaw, almost like auto rickshaw. So the Dominar has a better exhaust note considering the sports bike sound. That is not much better, but it's better than the Duke 390. Now let's come to the console. The console on the Duke is, I know it has much more information than any other bike in that price range, and is much better than Dominar according to the information that the console provides. But guys, the looks of the LCD panel or the console of Dominar is much better than the KTM. It has a blue light and white and grey shades, so you might love the Dominar speedometer if you don't want that much of information on your speedometer. But guys, the speedometer on Duke 390 is much more detailed than the Dominar 400, and you get some lights or indicators on the fuel tank, which gives you the information of side stand, ABS, reserve, or engine service time. That indicator lights are present on the fuel tank. You can see when you will go for test ride of the Dominar 400. Now guys, let's come to the alloy wheels. The alloy wheels of Duke are lighter because it is more race track focused bike, so that will be good on the race tracks. But when it comes to potholes, the big potholes, I have seen cases, and you all have seen cases, that the alloy wheels of the Duke crack easily. But on Dominar, they are not lightweight, cheap quality. Not cheap quality. Duke also has good quality, but they are lightweight, so they crack easily. Dominar has a heavyweight, good quality alloy wheels, so they will not crack easily. So the Dominar has better alloy wheels. Seat. Now let's guys come to the seat. The seating of both the bikes are almost same, but the foam present or the gel present under the seat is much better on the Dominar than the Duke. The Dukes, you all know, they like just like stone, or you will feel that no sweat is present underneath. It is good for racing, but for day-to-day commute it might be painful. Now suspension and forks. Guys, the suspension of the Dominar are above wheels and below the headlights, and on Duke 390 it's below, it's near the suspension, near the wheels. So guys, the mud gets into the wheels and the oil seals crack easily, and we have seen cases that oil seal will crack. The Duke 390's oil seal crack easily. So the Dominar wins in this category. The front forks are much better on the Dominar 400. Now guys, the main topic, the main consideration is the price. The price is a big difference, almost around 60,000 difference. Duke cost you around 2,20,000, and the Dominar cost you around 1,70,000 or 1,68,000. So guys, this might be a turning point for the Duke. Now I think the crown can go to Dominar 400 because of the price, and the price is a big difference in both these bikes. So guys, this was my honest review comparison of both this bike. So guys, if you like my video, do share it, give it a thumbs up, and guys, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.